So we haven't filmed in a really long time because we've been wedding planning, trying to figure out what we're doing with our future. I started student teaching. He's still doing college. Life has just been super busy. And so we have not like gone on social media or anything in like a super long time. But we want to catch you guys up because it's been just so long and so much has happened. And last time we filmed, we talked about what we're doing with our wedding. I showed you guys my mood board. I was painting some dressers and all sorts of stuff, which you guys know what that looks like. And also I did some mistakes with some DIY stuff that I didn't end up using. So we're just gonna catch you up on everything. And then you guys asked us some questions. So we're going to answer your questions at the very end of the video. But first we're gonna catch you guys up on everything. So, what should I talk about first? First off, I have my wedding dress. I picked it out. It's all ready. He doesn't want to see it at all, which I don't really want him to see either. But it's super pretty. I'm not going to show it to anybody. No one's going to see it until the wedding, except for like some close friends. But that is currently my closet. I picked it up. It's here. We picked out bridesmaid dresses, which I will show you guys those because they're super pretty. Have you even seen the bridesmaid dresses?
I think so.
You know what they look like?
I think so. I don't remember.
Do you remember the color?
Yeah, isn't it all that rose quartz or whatever?
Yeah. So they're really pretty. I'll insert a picture. They're rose quartz dresses from Azazi. All of our bridesmaids are picking out their own style because we just wanted to like let them enjoy how it looks on them. But the color is all rose quartz. It's like I wanted something that was really subtle. I didn't want it to be super pink. I wanted it to be more of like a neutral color. But the nudes just didn't look good. I didn't want them to look like naked, you know, because it kind of looked too much like skin color and that's just weird. So we went with like a cute nude color that was also a little pinkish, just so it looked a little different. Super pretty. I'll insert my new and improved mood board right here. And it's really princessy, but also just a lot of florals because it's in May. A lot of cute stuff. Our wedding date is still May 15th. We're not changing it. That was another question we got a lot. Everyone asks us about COVID. Everyone says, like, what are you gonna do about COVID? What is your plan? Do you wanna respond on that?
Yeah, I'm not changing the wedding date. We booked the honeymoon for May 16th.
Yeah, we didn't tell them we're going.
After our wedding. Oh yeah.
We haven't even told anyone
we'll wait on that. But yeah, so because we booked the honeymoon, we did all that. It's just like I'm just excited, and I'm too excited to let anything get in the way of that. So we're not going to cancel the wedding no matter what. I don't care what COVID says. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's 6 people at the wedding and that's all we can have. That's what I'm going to deal with because I am going to be married on May 15th. So
yeah. And for us, we came in knowing all of that, and we knew it was we would not know what's happening until like pretty much last minute. And so for us, I think like we started off kind of stressed, not really stressed, but kind of stressed, just because it's like everything happens at once. We're engaged now, we have to figure everything out, and COVID's also a thing. And so like it was stressful, but I feel like now and for a while we've been to the point where we're just kind of like, we know it's our time. God has like really made it apparent to us that it's like, it's the time that is in His will. So we're just going to be happy with it. And like, we're really excited. I mean, I don't really stress out about COVID. I feel like I get more stressed about daily things, not really wedding things as much, right? Like, I don't really feel like
my stress with COVID comes and goes in waves because like we booked like a live band for the wedding, and we booked other things like that that's like, you know, made for like a lot of people to be there. And like my whole thing was like I just wanted everyone to be able to like dance and have a good time, and everyone to like leave our wedding going, wow, that was a fun wedding, like that was really fun. I wish that, you know, that night would never end, kind of a thing. That's kind of what I wanted. But if I don't have that, I've kind of like I said, the stress kind of comes and goes in waves. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, that's not okay, we're not going to have that. And other times I'm like, oh, you know, it's okay, because it's not about that. What it's actually about is Kenzie and I getting married and spending the rest of our lives together. So that's what a whole wedding is supposed to be about. So.
Yeah. Well, and we're family people. We love our family, and we have huge families. And so for us, like, a small wedding is like 100 people is like so small for us. And so we have a big family, and so we know no matter what, we're not going to get the wedding that we wish we could have gotten. But I mean, for us, we would have so much fun if there was like just our wedding party there, even, which I feel like we're not even gonna have to just have that. We're probably gonna get more than that, but we have plan A, B, and C, and we're just gonna go with whatever we can get, and it's just gonna be the best day ever regardless. But yeah, that brings me into like more of the wedding planning stuff. So bridesmaids dresses, we have rose quartz, super pretty. We have a live band. He just told you that already, but it's so cool. They're local, right? They're in Tri-Cities. And what's the name? Do you know the name? Do you remember it?
I don't remember.
Ugh, I can't remember the name. But I'll put it here just in case you guys are interested. I'll link everything I can down below too, in case you live in the area and maybe you're getting engaged soon or you want to plan. They're really reasonable. Like, his mom surprised us with this. I think she even told us on Halloween. It was a huge surprise. We were really stressed about like DJ music, like what are we gonna do, because we love to dance. And so she surprised us with that, and that was super cool, and they're really reasonably priced. And so we are planning on not doing a traditional wedding cake. We're planning on doing like a donut thing, and then a teeny tiny cake at the very top with like a cute cake topper, which we already picked the cake topper out. It's super Disney, super cute. Just because like he doesn't really like cake. You like donuts more than cake. So we're like meshing them together because I like anything with sugar, so I'm pretty easy. We have a florist. Our wedding is gonna have the prettiest floral stuff. Like, that's what I'm probably the most excited about. Oh. It's so cool, which he doesn't know about any of this, but my mom and I booked Flowers by Kim. Oh my gosh, she is the coolest ever. She was so awesome. Like, everywhere we go, people just try to like rack your bill up when they know you're getting married and it's like for a wedding. And she was trying so hard to make it reasonable. Like, I love her. I will recommend her to anybody. I really love her so much. So I'll link her below because you guys, like, please book her because she's so cheap and like, oh my gosh, she's so cool. And so I just showed her my vision, and we got pampas grass. We have like really pretty stuff. It's just cute.
Crazy pampas grass.
Yeah.
Really.
That's what that little vase is. I love pampas. I love pampas. It's cute. Oh. And so the floral is just amazing. We're gonna have a flower swing, like, oh my gosh. And then we're gonna have a cross. We're getting married underneath. It has flowers everywhere. It's just gonna be the prettiest May wedding ever. So that brings us into, I think more of like the decor. So you guys saw I decorated the dresser and all that stuff. We're using the dresser. The dresser is going to be where our guest books go. It's so pretty. It took me like a long time to paint that thing. Our chandelier, we don't know what we're doing with that. The DIY chandelier I made. But it's going to be really pretty. I'm thinking of having it over the cake table. And then those beer bottles that I spray painted gold, we chucked those. Those did not work out. That was going to be our table centerpieces, but they just did not look cute. It looked too much like just beer bottles, and like it just looked weird. I did not like that. And so we ended up meeting the sweetest lady, and we got these like cylinder things that they're like candle holders. You put water in them and the candle floats. We got that from on Facebook Marketplace from a really sweet lady. And so that's going to be our table centerpiece with some floral around it in a little circle. And then we have the cutest little Cinderella carriage tea light things that go next to it. And of course there's gonna be pictures of all these things so you guys can see what it looks like. With decorations, that's almost everything, I think. because we have the centerpieces, all that stuff. We got really cute Cinderella and Prince Charming champagne glasses that we're going to use and we're going to keep, and they have our name and our wedding date engraved on them because that's just the coolest thing ever.
But we won't be drinking champagne.
Yeah, we're not going to be drinking champagne. We don't drink alcohol. We're going to be drinking something pretty instead. I don't know. Should we maybe cider or maybe
Lovely.
like a cute,
Sprite.
I don't know, something with fizz in it because it's just more fun, you know? Okay, but I think now we have to talk about, oh, your tux. So what are we doing with the men's tux?
It's gonna be like a charcoal gray, like a black type thing, and then I don't remember.
It's okay, charcoal gray tux, and he is getting this slim fit because that looks super nice. And then he's gonna have a tie, and it's kind of like a paisley pattern, and it has like different pinks and like hues, mauves and pinks in it that kind of go with our bridesmaid colors. And then pocket square, and yeah, I think that's it. And he's gonna have a boutonniere, and that's almost everything. Hair and makeup, I'm doing my own hair and makeup, which I'm like very nervous about, but I've been practicing on myself and I'm getting more confident, but I probably should do that more because I really don't want to mess it up. But I'm going to take a lot of time and do a lot of trial runs because I want it to be really, really perfect. I got really, really cute stuff for my bridesmaids already, and I'm just so excited. We finally found someone to do our wedding. Like, what do you call it?
Officiate?
Yeah, officiate. We just found the coolest church ever. And maybe we should even tell them the church, because what if they live here and then they could go and they could have the best time ever.
Crossview Church is what it's called. And Josh Pasma is the pastor. So if you just look up Josh Pasma, it's like plasma without the L. You look that up online and you'll find out about Crossview and all of that, and they are wonderful, and Josh is wonderful. And so yeah, so we're gonna have Josh officiate our wedding, and he's really great, so I'm excited about that.
He's the coolest guy ever, and his church is the coolest ever. We just fell in love with it, and so he's gonna officiate us, and they're just so cool. We have our first premarital counseling session this Sunday. We're officially, how many months are we until the wedding?
4?
4 months away.
Less than 4.
Yeah, by the time you watch this video, probably a lot less than 4 months, but we're super, super, super excited. And okay, we've talked about the honeymoon, and then we can talk about the questions. So
okay, so
I'll
the
let you announce the honeymoon.
I booked last August.
Yeah.
She was freaking out when I booked it. She said, "No, you can't book it."
I was
anyways,
so stressed. It's so expensive.
I booked it. It's not bad. We did a good job.
Yeah.
But we're going to Disney World in Orlando, which is super exciting. I've never been. She's been like 12 times. I've never been. I've been to Disneyland twice when I was a kid. And so, and it's been over 10 years since I've been to Disneyland. So, yeah. So I'm really excited.
And we didn't announce it for so long because we're still scarred from last time.
Yeah.
We talked about our Disney vacation and then it got canceled. And so we're just, we're very confident about this one though. I mean.
Well, don't jinx it. Jeez.
But I don't know. That's why we didn't want to talk about it, but it's fine. We can't live in fear. We're just going to talk about it.
And then our other plan to do after our wedding before was to do the Disney internship together. So that way I could work in that engineering program there, so that when I graduate school as an electrical engineer, I could have an in with Disney, so then I could go be an Imagineer and do the electrical side of their rides and things like that. That was kind of our plan.
That was our dream.
Was to go and spend 6 months at Disney after our wedding and live there for 6 months and work for them and all that. And then on our days off, go to Disney World. That'd be really cool for free. But it just didn't work out because of COVID.
Yeah.
So COVID ruined the Disney internship.
So
that's not a thing anymore. So
the Disney internship is called like the Disney College Program. And so our plan was that after we were married, we were going to leave the fall, our first like several months of marriage, and we were going to move to Florida, do the internship for like, I think it's like 6 months you're up there for. But yeah, COVID, they don't do it right now, and they don't know when they're going to do it again. So plan B is what is our plan B?
To get an apartment here, take the honeymoon to Disney World, and spend 8 days there, and then just live here. That's the plan. To graduate, go be an electrical engineer, make a decent salary, pay for her. That's the plan.
And I'll be a teacher. I'm in student teaching now, so I'll be done a week before our wedding is when I graduate. I know, it's stressful, but it's not. It's okay, we're good. But yeah, we're really excited. We are gonna get an apartment. We already have so many things picked out, which I'll share that with you guys in a different video. There's so much that goes into it. We are just so excited. But I wanted to share with you guys a few things. This is what we are gonna use to carry our rings. Can you guys see that? It's like a little carriage, and it opens up, and the rings will go in there. And so one of our flower girl is my cousin, and the other one's my sister. So my cousin, the flower girl, which their dresses are so cute, I'll insert a picture of their dresses. But my cousin's gonna be the flower girl. My sister's gonna put this on a pillow and carry the rings. So I thought it was so cute because it's like so Cinderella. So our whole wedding and honeymoon are just like so Disney oriented because, you know, we're so excited. And also I wanted to share with you guys what we've been reading together. So we're doing the 31 prayers for my husband and wife. And so we're going to fill these out separately and not show each other. And then the day before our wedding, the day of our wedding, we're going to give these to each other as a gift. And so we can read all the prayers we wrote for each other while we were engaged. And then this is also a book we're reading currently. It's called, it won't focus on it, but it's called Sacred Marriage by Gary Thomas. And we've been reading that together before premarital counseling just to like, I don't know, just to talk about things. And we just like to read those type of things. It's really fun. Alright, so we're going to get into your guys' questions. So, someone asked, how much time would you recommend for an engagement to plan a wedding? So basically, what time frame would you recommend to someone else now that we are going through it?
That's probably a better question for her, but I'm going to answer it first anyways. I would probably say, because she's going to say something like a year or something, I'd probably say 6 to 8 months. I'd say you can plan the entire wedding within 6 to 8 months out.
Yeah, I would say the same thing.
Oh, okay.
But that's only because we're doing it, and so our engagement, 9 months? Is that our engagement time?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to be engaged by 9 months by the time we have our wedding. So honestly, here's my advice. Take this with a grain of salt because it depends on what you want to do. But think about, before you get engaged, think about what you want your wedding to be like. If you know of a venue that, in your town that you just like love, and I'm just going to warn you guys, venues get booked out usually the summer before your wedding, if you want to do a summer wedding or a spring wedding, they get booked pretty fast. And so that's the only reason why I would suggest like a year to like 8 months, because you want to make sure you get that venue. Or you can just book the venue and like get engaged later on, but like, I don't know, whatever you want to do. But and then your wedding dress, you have to get that 8 months before, or else you have to get it off the rack, and it's super stressful. So that's why we did it the way we did it, is because we wanted to make sure we had enough time for everything. And also, I put more pressure on us to have a longer engagement because I wanted to enjoy the engagement period for a long time. But now we're just talking and we're like, honestly, we're just ready to get married. We don't want to do the engagement anymore, which is like, it's not like we don't love it. It's just that we're getting so close that we're just like, okay, we're done.
Really eager, really anxious. It's
let's
like,
just get married already.
We're bored of this part of life.
Yeah, we're over it. It's in the past. We don't care anymore. I don't know. That's just, I feel like everyone gets there, but I would recommend using that to decipher for yourself. All right, what's the hardest part about planning a wedding? I'm gonna let you go first because I have a lot to say.
The hardest part would probably be, well, for a boy,
okay.
I'd say I'll answer this from a boy's perspective.
Okay.
I would say it's like making sure that everyone can come, and that, like, you know, like cutting down your invite list, because like each person that you add it costs money to cater food for them. It costs money to have a table for them, a seat or a chair or, you know, something. And it's like, that'd probably be one of the hardest parts for that. And then another one of the hardest parts is balancing the budget for it, which is like, because everything you do costs money, and anything that someone else pays for, anything that you pay for, it's like, it's so much money. It's like, I feel bad making them pay for that, or I feel bad paying for it myself when, you know, this money could be spent better somewhere else. And it's like, those are probably the two most stressful things for me, to be like, people, like, who are we all going to invite? Who do you tell they can't come? Because that's always a sad conversation.
Yeah.
And then money for what everything costs.
Yeah. And so I'm not going to say anything about COVID with this because, like, we all know it sucks, blah, 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 like, ugh, like, I just, whatever. I don't know. I'm going to answer more, like, without, let's pretend that's not in the situation, because obviously that's, like, hard. I think the hardest part is, for one, not taking everything too seriously. That was something in the beginning that's hard. I feel like once you get through once you're halfway there, it's really not a problem anymore. You don't take everything that seriously. It's kind of more actually, like, lenient, like, it's fine. At the beginning, you have this vision, and at least I did, and I know a lot of other people said the same thing when I asked them, is you have this vision, and you think it's gonna look this way, and if anything doesn't go to that vision, you're worried it's not going to look right, or it's not going to go right, or someone's not going to have as much fun, and so you put pressure on yourself. And also, things are more expensive than they seem. Like, everything's double the price of what you think it's going to cost, so you have to, like, say no to things that you didn't think you were going to have to say no to, and make new plans. But my advice would be, like, don't take it so seriously. Like, no, ask the person, like, ask the professional in the situation you're in what they would do to make it cheaper but still nice, because they know a lot more than you're gonna know, and most of the time, like, it's gonna look fine. Like, it's gonna be fine even if you don't have the flowers you want, or the dress you want, or whatever, like, venue, or even the people. Like, you can make it great. So, like, just ask the person in your situation that's the professional, and they'll help you. And then the second thing that's the hardest is being the girl. It's hard when he doesn't know anything that you're going through with the wedding stuff, because, like, I will go crazy, like, having a crying mental breakdown over the fact that I still have to spray paint a barbed wire thing to make a chandelier out of metal, and he is like, why are you even doing this? No one's gonna notice. And then it's like, okay, no, but this is so important, and I'm crying because I'm stressed. And so I think it's just hard because, like, the girl's mind is always in such a different place than the boy's mind is, and so, like, knowing each other and what they're going through is, like, hard just on both parts. But I think the boys a lot of times just, like, probably are like, well, the girl's, like, so crazy, and then the girl's like, well, you don't understand. So it's hard because you're on different, like, sides of things, and it's just gonna be like that because it's just naturally how it is. But honestly, like, communication and not taking things so seriously, like, really helps. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
So favorite part about planning, what's been the most fun thing that you've been able to do?
The honeymoon.
The honeymoon? Yeah, that's been really fun.
Yeah, I like planning the honeymoon. That's about it.
Yeah, I left the whole honeymoon up to him, because, well, not the whole thing. I mean, I have fun with him, but for the most part, you plan it. I just give you, like, insight on what I think will be fun. But yeah, he's been great about that because he gets super into it and does all the things. You have, like, he has a spreadsheet and all that stuff. He got super serious about it.
Yeah, I planned it down to the dime. Exactly how much everything will cost. Exactly where we're going to be on what day, what restaurants, what, you know, our flight number is, hotel reservations, all of that. I've got all of it planned.
So, my favorite thing has been, everything's so fun, to be honest. It's like, everything is fun. I love planning, so this is just, like, the best thing for me. But I think the thing that's been the most fun is planning our future apartment together, because I love decorating. I love, like, that's so exciting. And then to me, the apartment's not as overwhelming because it's not just a day, it's like our life. And so that, to me, I feel like my energy put into that is more useful than putting into the wedding, because it's like that's going to be like where we're living and like what we're around every day. And so I think I've had more fun like DIYing like cute apartment stuff than anything. But like the wedding has been super fun too. Like I love the DIY stuff the most. And planning the parties, I mean, my sister, well, soon to be sister-in-law, is planning my bachelorette party, and then my mom's planning my bridal shower, and so there's so many fun things, but like that I just get to go to, so that's gonna be super fun and it's exciting, but definitely like decorating and planning for that is like the most fun for me. I think those are all your guys' questions for right now. So we're super, super excited. I'm so glad that we finally got to film this because we've just been really, really busy, but we're like dying for May 15th. We're like really excited for it to come. So yeah. All right. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye.